Yeah, oh, Prof here. Over there, we have Squeers.
Hi.
And we have some moose videos for you all. First up today, or tonight, I guess.
It's over here.
We have...
I'm ruining the surprise. I'm messing with the actual mouse. It's supposed to cover things up.
You're covering... Oh, geez,
Yeah.
You're covering it up. That's a cat's ear mouse. That's a lot... Oh. What do we got in here? Is that a Katar Pro XT?
Yeah.
What happened to the Katar Non-Pro?
What's that guy?
No, that's the Katar Pro.
It was killed. I'm pretty certain that was the weird goofball one that they did that didn't have thumb buttons. You have one.
Oh, are you sure that's the Katar?
Yes.
It's a completely different shape, though.
I mean, I can look it up really quick, but I'm pretty certain.
It's probably the case.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that's the...
Google Corsair Katar.
That's like the little one that they had back in the day. Like, long time ago.
Yeah, I have that one.
Yeah, you have
It's the one that should have had side buttons right there.
Yeah.
It was actually a decent shape.
Dropping a knife.
It'll survive. That's a prototype one from CW&T. Aluminum.
So...
Because I broke their plastic one. They were nice enough to send... I was testing their plastic one, and I proved plastic was not good enough, apparently.
Yeah.
So they sent me an aluminum one. And you know what they ended up making out of in the end? Titanium, because I didn't break it. But I'm guessing somebody else did.
Titanium's probably a little more resilient.
Yeah.
Oh, it's new packaging.
Alright.
You don't have like a weird shell that you have to do in, you know, the origami, the actual container.
Okay.
Unbox it. It's just gonna...
And this is, by the way, guys, this is a $30 mouse.
Is it?
On the Amazon.
Not bad, not bad.
So...
They give you like a shell, and then...
Oh, and it's XT for extra tangly.
Now with these new cables.
Well, I mean, this one doesn't have one.
I suppose it's true, yeah.
So...
Good call. Good call.
No tangling with no cable.
Extra tangly.
Extra tangly. Otherwise, what does XT stand for?
I don't know.
I mean, it sure seems... Oh, dude, that's their new USB plug. That's just like the size... I have thumb drives that are smaller than that.
Oh, and that's... No, that's the hardened piece of plastic, I swear to God.
Well, take the plastic off of it and see.
It's not...
It's the not a strain relief on there?
Yeah. Not a strain relief, strain relief. I mean...
Yeah, they just put stiff.
Stiff, whatever the nonsense is.
Guys, you're supposed to put this rubber here to strain relief the cable, but if you look at the cable, it is already a little bulgy there. You see that? Like towards the end here?
Yeah. It's
already a little bulgy, even though we haven't even used it.
I think that's just like the...
But yeah, so this is rock hard. This should be a nice soft plastic, and this is like a rock.
Yeah.
Like it's just...
This is like a different cable than the...
Oh, is it self-retaining? It is self... They're learning. This is exactly like the...
It stays on the actual cable?
Exactly like the Vaxi.
Yeah.
It's exactly like the Vaxi.
It is a pretty nice cable, but this one feels
Kill
different.
that light once. I think it's killing our...
There we go.
Yep. It was just too right in the camera, you know?
I mean, the one thing... The cable does feel different than...
Weight difference. Holy...
Yeah?
But
well,
Jesus...
It's got a battery. Like a AA and or AAA battery, yeah. Look at this. They learned. Look. I can push the cable, and it doesn't push the mouse.
Corsair can make a good mouse? That's why I actually bought this one, to prove Corsair could make a good mouse.
They did it.
And actually, I proved this because we're going to need this in the next video, which is also going to be a Corsair video, from an even newer mouse.
They did it.
I bought this to prove that this was the mouse that everybody thought the other mouse was going to be.
I think this one, for some of the reviews I've seen of it, actually is the better of the two.
Yeah, oh, it is.
Well.
They
changed the thumb buttons too. I feel
like... Oh, these are way worse. Those are mushy. What about this guy? Oh yeah. Put your hand on there. Those are mush comparatively.
I feel like maybe the one that I got's different, because I think the wireless one I have, I swear they're connected. So unless I got a different revision or build. It's been a while since I looked at my Katar Pro.
All I know is that those are mushy and those are clicky.
Well, yeah, these are KL switches that they used here, and these are arm mounts that they have here. So it wouldn't surprise me if they used different ones.
Cause yeah, the side buttons on here are like they don't even feel like proper buttons on here.
I think I like the wheel on that one better though. It feels more tactile.
Well, guys, Hamlet is here. You wanna say hi, Hamlet? Yeah. What's going on, buddy? Oh, for reference, guys, I don't know if you saw this in the opening, but I have Bitwit's new sweatshirt, and it is super freaking nice. Yeah, I'm repping stuff for other people, but I mean, he got me into Pokemon Pull, so yeah.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, super. I like the pink a lot, and it's super nice. It's like super thick, but not that physically thick. Like it feels heavy.
Yeah.
Without feeling. I have a Hamlet on my lap now, guys. So sorry. Oh, and there's my blue 203. Everybody tells me, "Oh, you got the blue one. Why don't you get the lavender one?" Well, even on launch, Best Buy was out of lavender.
You can't get the lavender one, yeah.
So blue was as
it's
good
different
as I could.
compared to the white and the black ones. That
Yeah, I wanted to make sure because I wanted the revised one to be a different color.
These do feel better. Like this back button doesn't feel like just mush like it does on the other ones. Where
That's why I don't want to sacrifice those guts
yeah.
for the new 3D printed one.
Ton of like pre-travel on the old ones where you could push it really far in and then it finally actuated the button. This feels good. Not quite as good as, or at least as snappy as like a corded one, but significantly better.
Yeah, so if you're into the 203, that's super light, isn't it? Like it's like really freaking light. Oh, we got a Hamlet, guys, and he's blocking the camera.
I think the biggest difference you can see, like shape-wise, I don't want to like destroy your fresh.
Hamlet, you cannot just lay.
You sure can.
On the mice.
It's like you can see.
Now the camera's all full of cat fur, guys.
Like it tapers kind of differently in the front, so.
Many might actually prefer the Katar.
Yeah, it's flat too. That was the big complaint with the
305. The rounded sides.
Was the rounded sides that they had. These are flat.
Now I will say that I think the rounded sides make it more compatible with more different grips.
Well, it's definitely like I would say like more filling in the hand versus this where it seems like it's more of an aggressive kind of grip that they have for it.
That's what I mean. I think this is more generic.
Yeah.
So it's gonna like anybody I think can put their hand on a 305 or a 203 or a 102.
Yeah.
Or Pro mouse, not the wireless one, guys. Like the one that's like this, and just be like, like I would put those in land centers because like literally anybody can use that without a cramped hand, without a.
Pretty non-biased. It's comfy. You can kind of palm it. Fingertip, I suppose, works. Claw, all of that if you want to use it. Not bad.
If our generic Logitech and Microsoft mice didn't go up in the fire, we would have like what this shape was originally based off of.
Yeah.
Still, but those are kind of smoky, and
what are you gonna do? You know.
If you guys like the 305 /203 /103 Pro mouse, check out the Katar. I'll have to show this to I think I did have Peyton try it, and he's like, you know what, if I needed it, you might consider this over because he runs the Pro mouse.
The Logitech Pro?
Yeah, the original Pro.
Okay, yeah. The one that I prefer versus kind of the Pro wireless, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like the original Pro mouse. Basically, now you wouldn't buy a Pro mouse, you buy a 203 or a 305.
Yeah. Do they even make the Pro mouse in like that shape still?
Yes.
This
is the G Pro Hero.
Oh, okay.
They call it, I think.
Didn't realize they changed the name of it.
Or it might just be Pro Mouse Hero Sensor or something like that.
I don't think we even carry them anymore at the store. We do have the Pro Wireless though. So.
Not the Superlight.
Yet.
I want the white. I want a white Superlight, guys.
Well, everybody wants a white Superlight. It seems like.
Why'd they even make it in black? That'd be what I'd say. How do you know it's the Superlight if it's not white? Huh?
It's different. It doesn't have the buttons on the side.
Like you're gonna notice that from 10 feet away.
You're gonna notice the difference between the white and the black when your hand is on top of it.
I will, man.
Same mouse.
I will. Yeah, so these guys are pretty much the same, because they are. Those are both Katar Pro XTs. This guy is super freaking light. Like, I don't know if you know it.
Compared to that thing, yeah.
Even compared to this thing.
That one's better if you get like a 3D printed shell.
You know,
it does. It does.
I mean,
better.
we will eventually have, guys, and we'll cover it, 305 with a 3D printed shell. Because I have a 3D printer.
Yeah.
It's been here since the beginning of COVID. That's over a year now, isn't it, Elliot? Yeah, you know, shit happens.
It is what it is.
I work 40-plus hour weeks taking advantage of hazard pay. Then they get mad at me for doing that.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. And then I get a new job. And then I work 2 jobs. And then now I'm pretty... See, we're starting to... See how stuff's getting... Look. It's not as cluttered in here. There's like... The server's cleaned out. Square's helped me with that. You know, like... Most of the drives are labeled. They were in there. They were all in there. You saw me mocking it up. Like, but look, the Pokemon cards are put away. You know, like... Things are progressing here. You know? It'll only be another year before that 3D printer gets put together.
Hey, I'm just saying. My girlfriend's son 3D printed me one. It definitely does help. It feels almost as good as a corded variant.
Yeah, I wanna just go straight full mouse shell though. So once I saw Linus making those, and I'm like,
Yeah, good stuff.
So first thing that's getting 3D printed, guys, though, keep an eye out though, is going to be for my Define 7 XL. Wendell from Level 1 Techs designed caster adapters, so the baby can have wheels, and with 8 hard drives in there.
You put wheels on that guy too, so you have wheels in your main and the wheels on that thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I heard little baby chair wheels.
Okay.
Like little guys, like this big. Like this big.
Yeah.
Because we need down here mostly, so I just wheel it around on the concrete.
Sure. Understand.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you like a 203, you probably like a Katar.
Yeah.
I think the 203 is probably still built better.
It's really not. Really.
Just feels built better to me.
I don't hear any.
I feel like Logitech's plastics are like Legos.
I don't hear any like mad flexing if you squeeze
do you not have that experience though? Like Logitech, like mice, are like kind of like Legos, or what are those? What are those like kids' toys that are made of plastic? Like the big ones, like the for like toddlers. Not play school. Like there's the yellow and red car you drive around in.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of what it actually is for the. You're talking like the same kind of building blocks that they have.
Or building blocks they make like even like slides out of that shit. Like like the plastic that. It's like Nintendonium. I feel like Logitech's mice are pretty much like you can just throw this on like a concrete floor. It might fall apart and it'll be like whatever, and then you just keep using it.
Yeah.
The only times my trackball by the home theater PC has just been like fell off of like a couple foot tall speaker onto concrete and then was like meh. Oh, Gertrude went and knocked off my nice MX Ergo one. Yeah. Shattered it into pieces and then proceeded to, this is as I'm trying to fall asleep watching some anime, then play with the ball. Yeah. Yeah, it was fine, but it was just
shattered.
Well, yeah, because it's got like 3 pieces, like it's got the metal base and like so she was like pop 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 and then just doof doof. It was fine. I just feel like Corsair's build quality, like you can kind of tell by like the side buttons, like they're just.
I think it's
just cheaper.
Definitely worse than that model.
Like that, better.
I mean, it is a cheaper mouse. So what is this, like $40, $30, $60?
Is it really this expensive?
Yeah, I think so.
All right,
it's
well,
$59. So
if you guys like this shape though, especially if you're like a 203 or a 102 user, Katar Pro XT.
Yeah.
Highly.
If it breaks, you get some like weird double clicks, things like that.
Yeah.
You could do worse.
I would almost say that you didn't like the scroll wheel as much.
I didn't like this one quite as much as this. This seems more ratchety. Ratchety, if that's even a word.
There's more bumps on this one. They're just not as big.
I was going to say, it's more confined it felt like on this one, but now that I'm
I think this one's better.
Back and
I
forth,
think the Pro XT is.
Yeah, it actually probably is
nicer.
a little more defined.
And you can see it's a little bit different because it's got the RGB in it. It's definitely a different scroll wheel.
Yeah, this one they're going for like maximum battery life. And even still, this only gets like 120 hours versus this is 250, I think, off of like one battery. It's
a lot.
One battery, and then
downside, however,
same thing.
Gotta remember, 203, no Bluetooth. This guy has Bluetooth.
Yeah, that's true.
203, then you come with a 203 BT edition or something.
Yeah.
And make it, well, it's already blue, so make it bluer, more blue.
Tooth in there, yeah.
Alright guys, well, hopefully you enjoyed our little video here of the Katar Pro XT unboxing and overview with comparison to Katar Pro. Mentions of the old Katar, which shape-wise, thumbs up, not side button-wise, thumbs down.
Yeah.
And cable on that was awful. Do you remember that? It was like a hard plastic, like stick. Is what it felt like.
Yeah. They've definitely come a long way.
Yeah, I would say, and you'll check out the next video because we'll have their actual newest mouse that's even newer than the Katar Pro XT, and that everybody thought was supposed to be like the Corsair mouse. I think the Pro XT is actually their best mouse, not the newer one.
Yeah.
So
I probably agree.
I was talking with a bunch of people on Twitter on that, and they're like, "Oh, but it was supposed to be so good." And I'm like, I think that is what at least enthusiasts wanted, was the Pro XT, not the other mouse, which had hope. I had high hopes for, very high hopes. But especially if you like 305 shape, Pro mouse shape, maybe a bit of Rival 3 shape, kind of not as much, but you know. And a lot of people will have mentioned the what's that? The new one, Orochi V2.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't have it yet. It's tinier though. We'll have it. I have a white one on order.
That thing is dainty.
Supposedly everybody's comparing against the 305 though, which I don't get. But I guess we'll find out once I myself actually own one, because it'll probably become my main mouse for the Razer Blade Stealth, which means it's going to get as much use as a 305 will. So hopefully we'll see in the next one, because we've got, right up next after this will be the newest Corsair mouse. I can't remember the name of it. Sabre. We died because overheating.